Okay, so let's create our own Gustav Klimt Christmas trees. And the first thing you're going to do when you come in here is you're going to watch a video about Gustav Klimt's painting The Kiss. And one of the reasons I wanted you to watch this is to look at the way that he created patterns and how he based it on different art periods, okay? Then you're going to come in and you're going to watch why we have Christmas trees. Why do we have Christmas trees? Why do we decorate them? And then you're going to create your own artwork using these interactive slides. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to come in and you're going to choose a background. And these backgrounds are all those golden, rich tones because that's how Gustav Klimt liked to paint. All right, so you can choose any one of these that you like. And I'm just going to choose, I think I'll choose this one. So I'm just going to drag it over. Now, when you use these slides, you just drag it over and then you're going to hold down your shift key and pull from the corner so that it stays proportional, okay? So if you don't like this one, you can go back and change it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to copy and paste and you're going to paste it into the next slide. And the way that you do that, edit, copy, and then you come to your next slide and say edit, paste, or you can also just click on it and hit Command or Control C, depending on whether or not you're on a PC, Chromebook, or Mac, and then you're going to hit Command or Control V. Okay, and that's just an easy way, that's the shortcut way. Okay, so now you're going to choose the boughs or the greenery part of your tree. And the cool thing about this is that it's digital. So you can choose, go back and change stuff. You can choose it to do it more than once to create multiple versions and see which one you like the best. So I'm just going to come in and grab this one and I'm going to make it larger. Okay. And by doing that, I'm just going to hold down Shift and pull from the corner. And you always want to fill up your page, okay, you guys? You don't want to make it so that it's tiny in the middle of your page. Okay, so I like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start over here with my selection tool. And I'm just going to select both the tree and the background. And I'm going to hit Command or Control C. Command or Control V, and now we have some branches to look at, okay? Now, some of these trees are going to work better with the branches than others, so you can choose whether you want to use the branches or not. Obviously, this one is going to need some kind of branches to make it look right, so I think I'm going to try this one first. And again, I'm holding down the Shift key and dragging from the corner. That looks pretty cool. So then I'm gonna just drag, I'm gonna do the same thing, start over here to select everything, hit Control C, and then Control or Command V, and it's gonna paste into the exact same spot, which is pretty awesome. Now, this is actually the most important part of Gustav Klimt's work, is the decorations. And you have all these different decorative elements to choose from over here. So I'm going to come up here and say View, Zoom. I'm going to do 100% just so that I can see them a little bit better. And what you can do is you can hold down the Option key or the Alt key on your computer, and you're just going to click on something, hold down the Alt or Option, and it's going to duplicate that so that you can use it more than once. And then I'm going to make this a little bit bigger by holding down the corner. Come up here and say View, Zoom, Fit. Okay. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to holding down the Alt or the Alt key, the Option or the Alt key. And then if you come over here, you can see, you can come up here and say Format Options, and they'll pop up over here. and you can flip it. You can go 90 degrees with it, so you can kind of change the direction of these decorative elements, which is going to be cool for you to do. I'm going to grab this eye-like shape. He loved to use these kind of eyes, which I like. I'm going to put it over here, I think. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and hold down my Option or Alt key so that I'm making copies each time I do this. I'm going to make it bigger so you can see it. And you can rotate this by grabbing onto that circle at the top. And this circle right here you can change the colors on this one if you want, okay? I made one that you can change the colors on. And then these are actually objects, so you're not going to be able to change the color. The way that you'll know is if something is behind something, you just go up here to say Arrange and Bring to Front. The way you'll know it's an object is if you click on it, it's not going to come up with a fill. This one's going to show you the little bucket that says Fill with Color, so you can change that one to any color you want. A lot of these are objects, so you're not going to be able to do that. So I'm just going to decorate here for a little bit. Now, one of the other things about Gustav Klimt is that he loved to do these little boxes. You'll find these in a lot of his artwork. Remember, you can change the size, you can rotate these, anything you want to make it your own. And you can use the arrow keys over on your computer if you want to just kind of move things around. So remember what a pattern is. A pattern is an object that's used multiple times to create repetition. So when you're doing your artwork, just be aware that you're wanting to create some kind of pattern with this artwork, okay? Because that's kind of how Gustav Klimt worked. So try to make sure you're creating some patterns. Rotating things around. And I'm going to grab this one. I love this one. See if it shows up. It doesn't really show up on that light yellow, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my boxes and I'm going to distort this one on purpose, which I'm just going to drag it from without holding down my shift. And then I'm going to lay this on top. And the way that you do that is you're going to come up here and hit Arrange, Order, Bring to Front. And now you can see that little detail, which is super cool. I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to distort this one too. I want it to be bigger. And then I'm going to add another box on top of that, I think. So you can layer these as much as you want. And the more detail you add into this, the better it's going to get. So feel free to add, duplicate, make things larger, rotate things. If you feel like you want to distort something, you can even do that. It's up to you. So this is my Gustav Klimt Christmas tree. Now, before I go, I wanted to tell you one more thing. So after you finish this, you're going to select this whole thing, hit Command or Control C, and when you select this, you guys, you're going to start outside here in the background, and then you're just going to encompass everything, just what you want to copy. So you don't want to go over into this section, and you're going to hit Command or Control C, and then click here and hit Command or Control V. And what you're going to see is this is like a background option. So if you want to change the colors of your background, you can click on that background that we initially put in and delete it. And then you can come in here and you can change your colors. Okay. Now, like I said before, the reason I chose those golds was because that's how Gustav Klimt liked to work. But personally, I always like to give you options. So you can go in and you can click on these different shapes, and you can create your own colored background for this, okay? So it's funny because as I'm doing this, you guys, so this is almost looking more like this other artist called Jean Moreau, who was a French artist, just because of the colors, which I think is super interesting, but it's beautiful. I like it, and you guys can totally go in and do that if you'd like, okay? So have fun with this. Oh, sorry, one last thing. Your teacher might ask you to recreate this artwork using traditional art materials. And if she does that, you're going to use one of the creations that you make, and you're going to use that as reference, and you're going to create your own artwork. And so I left you a slide to put a picture of your original traditional artwork. If you decide to do that, you can paste that, upload it, and paste it here. And the way that you do that is just going to say Insert, Image, Upload from your computer, and you will upload the photo that you took of your artwork. Okay? Hope you guys have fun with this.